be terrible.
Well, yes, we are live. We are bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I'm Justin,
Diane.
and lots of things are happening this week that we're very excited about. So we'll get started to the first thing here. We'll get right to our. Oh, hang on. Bag of Doom. In this bag, I have 2 shots because the Bag of Doom is awfully light today. So I'm going to draw one of these shots, and then we're going to get started. And we might hit the Bag of Doom twice tonight because we didn't take our pre-celebratory shot. So
I took mine.
Oh, well, you suck.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not the spirit of the pre-shot.
I forgot. Diane, here, you draw yours.
Dry. Got it.
All right, that was another fail. Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
Bear with us. We were doing some different things. Diane's got a different webcam. Kind of. We're all clusterfucked today. It's just the way it is. I mean, what's new? You got to expect some sort of clusterfuck from us. Oh, damn it. And I don't have my lighting set right either.
Yeah, my lighting is a disaster, but it is what it is.
Oh, well, I guess it happens. But we have a bunch of things to do. Let's get through the little housekeeping stuff and the admin. First off, we'd like to welcome you to our show. And if you would please do us such a lovely solid and like, share, subscribe, join our family. Follow us here on Twitch. We're going to be live every Monday at 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'll sort out the other time zones later, but this is when we go live here. We're Mountain Standard Time, so we're live now. And you can also find us at pericoproductions.com. That has a link to all the social medias, has links to the YouTube. As we will be doing all the time is once we go live, from here on out, Tuesdays, we'll be posting on YouTube the catch-up of this podcast. And in this podcast, what we like to do is we have a few little segments we go through. We have our Bag of Doom. We do a little Florida Man improv. We read headline and make up the story of how a person ended up in that situation. And one of the other big announcements we have coming up very, very soon, as a matter of fact, tomorrow at 3 p.m., we will be having a live interview with the editor-in-chief of Weekly World News, Greg D'Alessandro. Will be here at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so that would be 5 p.m. Eastern Time, where he is at. I hope you join us for it. It'll be a lovely little chat. Weekly World News is relaunching their print magazine. They still have a web version. You can subscribe there and get all your hard-hitting, reliable news from that website. We'll be discussing when they'll be relaunching the print magazine and get into some other discussions. Anyways, let's take our shot.
I got strawberry.
I got
Berber.
Oh, I got the lime basil this time. Let's see how terrible this really is. Oh, those flavors do not belong together. They do not belong together in any way, shape, or form. Maverick, like, shared, and subscribed. Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought lime and basil was a good idea? I don't know who thought that was a terrible idea.
It sounds delicious. I know I've had it before, and I'm sure it's not, but like that sounds like
Oh,
something you'd put on a fish, you know?
yeah. I mean, if it was on a fish, it'd be okay. But in my vodka, I'm gonna say that's a hard pass. Hard pass. Ugh. Ugh. Anyways, you can also listen to our podcast on audio version on Podbean as well. But we have lots of things to celebrate today. First thing is we just recently got Twitch affiliated, so woo!
Woo!
So part of that is a celebration of all those that have followed us and helped get us to this point where we are now officially Twitch affiliated. It's a lovely thing. And what I will have doing is periodically I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna have the names of many of those Twitch streamers and people just Twitch viewers scrolling across the bottom. There's so many people. Some have been even more helpful than others. Uh, Definitely a different special shout out to Neko Cupcake, giving some shout outs on Twitter and also on jumping in her chats. Maverick Comic, who's been very supportive and helping us out. Extreme PhD, who's been extremely helpful, getting us some followers, setting us up with some extra equipment, and so on and so forth. He's been very solid. Should definitely go in there, follow, Maverick Comic, follow Extreme PhD, follow Neko Cupcake, follow Allie Peach. Allie Peach. There's quite a few down there. I can't even keep track of them, but definitely give them a follow. They helped us. Help them grow as well. And yes, I do believe Maverick was the very first Twitch sub. You're such a kind
I think
soul.
so.
And then
That means something for being our very first.
yeah, and then Golden King and Extreme had gifted a bunch of subs the other night on a live stream. They had gifted I think Golden King had dropped 9 gifted 9 subs, and then Extreme had gifted 10 subs. So both of those are definitely legends in their own right. But it's been super awesome for all these people to give us a strong helping hand. Here's some others that'll be scrolling across the bottom as you go. Definitely, check out some of these streamers down there. Give them all a lovely round of applause.
Love you guys. Thank
Oh,
you.
it is so awesome to have that love and support. Um, let's get reorganized here because I'm all discombobulated today. Everything started off at such a chaotic stance.
Do I talk about my gift for our 50th subscriber?
Sure, if you want to talk about that, I was gonna you can give him the lowdown, then we'll jump into our Florida man here.
Well, okay. Well, I didn't know if you want to do it at a different time, we'll do it at a different time.
We can do it whenever you want to do it. I don't know. It's all anarchy. But you know what? Let's get into our Florida man. We'll get into our Florida man. We'll do that
Okay.
here. Okay.
Because I did
So
leave it across the room, so I will eventually have to get up to get that.
okay, we'll sort that out later. But on this date, a Florida man was arrested for DUI after mistaking a Brink drive-through for a Taco Bell. And as we like to do, we read the headline and then make up the story of how he ended up in this said situation. And honestly, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, much like the other days. Uh, Clearly, he smoked way too much weed. Way too much weed. Because I believe DUI is for under the influence, which is different from DWI, which is alcohol related. It is very simple. This man was chilling out with his homies, and they were smoking like it was going out of style, which is clearly not, just so you know. They got super high, and of course, you get the munchies. And they realized they need to stop by the bank first. But on that drive, they decided they need to hotbox once again. And then they forgot when they were going to the bank to withdraw said money, they realized they suddenly thought they were at the Taco Bell when they heard the teller's voice. And they started asking for chalupas and, of course, a Mexican pizza. Those things are bomb af. And I don't know what year this was, so they probably had the Fiesta potatoes, and those things are dope because they only took the Fiesta potatoes off this year. And I find that to be a complete travesty. Are they even called the Fiesta potatoes? Either way, they were munching. They got the munchies hard. Tyler kept trying to explain to him that clearly this is not the Taco Bell. They need to place. They need to send a deposit slip or whatever they want to do, and they just kept repeating their order. This freaked out the said teller, and she got a little jealous because obviously they did not share their weed with them, and she felt betrayed and called the police.
Fair.
I don't know, I feel like that story could be zhuzhed up a little bit.
I feel like
I'm missing some key components there.
I think if you were high and the person like on weed at least, and the person was just like, "Oh, dude, no, this is a bank," the person would be like, "Oh, like my bad, dude. I meant to talk about like," and that would be that story. I feel like if it was at a point where they had to arrest him, like he was definitely fucked up, and they was like, "You're not gonna sit here and tell me that this is not Taco Bell."
You know what it is? He hit a dab. He wasn't smoking regular weed. He hit the dab, and that stuff is. I'm just saying, nobody needs to be that high. Nobody needs to be that high. That's just my opinion on the dab situation. Those things will wreck your soul and all of your humanity. And clearly, he hit that dab so hard. He was heading to the bank, and then he thought he already transported to the Taco Bell because those things erase time and space. I'm telling you, man. I'm sure those dabs just erect him, and you could not convince him that he was not at a Taco Bell. He was seeing the Taco Bell logo in his vision, and it would not leave him.
Yeah, I could maybe believe that.
He was transported back to the 80s with the old school logo, and all he could hear was "Make a run for the border, Taco Bell." I don't know if that was a jingle correctly, but there was some time discombobulation that happened inside that guy's mind, and now he's unfortunately he had to go to jail, all because he needed a chalupa.
Yeah.
I feel like in these situations, if you're gonna have a mad crazy smoke sesh, you should prepare the goods beforehand. I think that might be the wisest of all decisions.
You know
When,
what?
huh?
I'm going to take a turn and I'm going to say that this is fake news and it was a Taco Bell.
And it was all a ruse.
Yeah, and they're just trying to put this person down. But we know damn well he was at a Taco Bell and they're trying to sell it as a bank. Conspiracy theory.
That does sound like a Florida thing to do.
Yep. I don't trust him.
See, this was his.
No way, no how.
This was his regular Taco Bell that he goes to frequently, and he's gotten to know the people inside very well. And simply one day, they made a mistake. They did not put sour cream on his 7-layer burrito. He got a little upset, because at the moment he was not high and mellow, so he, got a little feisty because that night he was drinking, and he came in and got in their face about it. And so they're like, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna set this son of a bitch up." So they know his routine. So they already had the cops ready to go. It was a whole sting operation. They had the feds there, the DEA, everyone. He rolls up. They even put a fake little tube thing out there to make it more believable that it was a bank. and somebody was sitting there running the vacuum. He pressed the button, somebody turned on the vacuum, and they go, "No, sir, you're not a Taco Bell, you're at a bank." And then, bam, the trap was set.
Perfect.
And the poor guy is now, he's now in Alcatraz. The feds, bro. The feds. Shall we move on to our drink of the night?
Well, yes.
Let's move on to our drink of the night. Oh, damn it. I forgot to research the history of Steel Reserve.
Well, that just seems like a travesty.
I know. I've been so caught up in getting ready to interview Greg De Alessandro from Weekly World News because they're relaunching their magazine. But damn. But this is Steel Reserve. And we are drinking Spiked Mystery. That's the reason I bought it, because it's a bloody fucking mystery. And it's a 8% alcohol per volume. This lovely little can here was about $2.49 at the local Kelly liquor store. I do remember the very first time I tried Steel Reserve. And it's kind of a non-story, but oh, bottom slack. You know what? You're kind of right. I don't know. But first time I ever tried Steel Reserve, it was when I was doing landscaping, and we had just finished up for the day. And normally we'll have a couple of brews after we'll chill out in the parking lot, just talk some shit and the good old thing. And then somebody decided that, hey man, have some Steel Reserve. I drank half of it, and it was just fucking horrible. It was horrible, man. I just don't understand how people drink this just for fun. Like, it gets you there. It's going to take you to the next level, but oh god, it's freaking terrible. Let's see what this mystery flavor is all about. But just the regular Steel Reserve, oh,
I don't think Steel Reserve is that bad, honestly.
oh, all right.
I mean,
Is,
if
it,
you
is,
really
it,
want,
is this more evidence for the our?
I mean, yes. I mean, Exhibit A. But no, I honestly don't think it's that bad because I feel like it gets you drunk, and if that's what you're trying to do, Steel Reserve. It's
Yeah,
not too bad.
that's true. I mean,
So
I
I don't
remember.
feel like it's that. The taste does not outweigh the fact that like it's cheap and it'll get you drunk.
Yeah, I mean, in high school, I probably would have been more excited about it because of where it gets you. But you shouldn't drink underage. I'm not advocating this. This is my
Sure.
mistakes. You know, I'm telling you horror stories of my youth. I drank Steel Reserve. It was awful. I drove my moped into a tree. I have nothing more to that. I just drove my moped into a tree. Into a tea. It was a tree with tea leaves all over in it. It was ginseng and guarana.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sorry, my mic's too close to my face.
I don't know what the fuck flavor this is supposed to be.
Mystery. It's definitely like to me, it's peachy,
To me, it's kind of citrusy.
like a watered down Four Loco peach.
Peach.
Yeah, I could see some citrus. Peach, orange.
I'm picking up kind of a mandarin taste.
You're gonna go with mandarin?
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of a mandarin. I mean, there are some subtle hints of peach in here. Going to the country. Okay. Oh fuck. Eat a lot of peaches. Going to the country. Gonna get drunk on a lot of peaches.
That song is just amazing.
It is. That's a '90s classic, classic, classic.
I've
Uh,
been enjoying it like
yeah.
the last couple days.
Have you?
Yeah.
Are you on a Pot USA kick?
I put it on when I left Las Cruces and I listened to it right before I got got to El Paso. So
I mean, you can't go wrong. That's a lovely song. And it's very cheerful. Get
yeah,
you pumped, get
makes
you
me
ready
feel
to take on the day, makes you excited. I don't know,
yeah.
makes you really want some motherfucking peaches.
Yeah, it makes me want better for myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move to the country,
Although
and
I
I'm
do
gonna.
want to say with the new peach emoji culture, when you're like, you know, talking a little dirty on the text and you send a peach or you get a peach sent to you, it changes the whole dynamic of that song.
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh, this is a wholesome song, and then today I was listening to it because I also listened to it while I was cleaning. Like, it's stuck in my head. But I was just like, huh. It's different if you think about him eating ass or, like
It changes the
cooking.
whole dynamic.
But it also doesn't, because you know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
like
I mean, he does sing about that one girl waiting outside in front of her house for a while.
he's still it's still like he's gonna do better for himself, you know?
Yes.
He enjoys eating peaches, then you know what? That's still just as good as just eating, moving to the country and eating actual peaches.
Yeah. I mean,
Still
you know what?
valid.
Maybe they were
Better
vision. They
than
might have been visionaries. Visionaries. Long ahead, they saw that where the society was going, and they made that song way in advance. A nice subtle vision into the year 2021.
I need a mashup of that and Cardi B.
The WAP.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, I will communicate with some DJ friends because I do not have that ability to make it sound right. I mean, the best I could do is move the fader up and down so it sounds like it's transitioning.
I
That's
did a I did a music magnet program in middle school.
Do you remember anything from it?
Eh, if we had the programming, I could bust out a good.
Well, I do have Adobe Audition. Uh, so you know we'll get down on that. We'll figure it out. We'll sort it out. Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Don't expect.
And
Just
Adobe Premiere, we can make into a whole little video thing. We can do something with it. I don't know what, but we can do something with it.
I'm trying to see if it gives me a hint about what the.
Oh,
Oh,
apparently, if
you
we
can
get
guess the flavor.
and win 10 grand, I just read
Yeah,
the same damn thing right there.
this shit just got even more valuable and
Yeah,
somewhat trashy.
I don't
Look at
know.
this. If
Yeah,
anybody says you have a drinking problem and why the hell are you drinking still reserved, just be like, looky here.
I'm trying to win some money,
All
motherfucker.
I gotta do is guess that this is peach and mandarin. Peach mandarin.
That might be what it is. How do you submit a thing to this motherfucker?
Then it'll be like,
Scan the QR code. Oh, or you
wait,
can enter it at srasmystery.com. No
it'll
purchase
be
necessary, blah, 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 21 or older.
no purchase necessary.
They always say that, no purchase
How are
necessary.
you? How are you gonna guess the flavor if you don't purchase it?
Well,
Just
you can
another reason Still Reserve is amazing. It's like steal this can. It's $1,000. Drink it, taste it. Just open it in the store. All you need to know is what the contents of this can taste like.
But yeah, it's got to be like a peach mandarin or something. Maybe mango. Could be mango in here. Mango has a peachy vibe to it when it's synthesized. Synthesized. Oh, Maverick's going to the website right now.
They're probably they'll be like, no,
Stealing our guess.
we were looking for Sunset Kiss or like something impossible.
Yes. Oh man, it is bloody hot in this room now. First it's cold, then it's hot. I must be going through menopause or something. It's disastrous, terrifying, if you will.
I think we should make a true mystery flavor.
A true mystery flavor.
Yeah, 'cause most of the time they're all like, "Oh, we're just gonna put mystery on it," but it's really raspberry or like
Coconut.
we we should make a flavor where everybody's like, "I on it," like, "What the fuck?" Like they're seriously, and it's like, "We'll never tell," like a mystery
Dumpster
flavor. Yeah,
dumpster trout. This is dumpster trout flavor. It'd be like those every flavored beans, but dumpster trout flavor.
yeah, be like synthetic antifreeze flavor, like something you're not supposed to eat. So when you're tasting it, you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And then it just happens to be bleach.
Bleach uh,
Mystery.
I wonder. I feel like the Food and Drug Administration might have a slight issue with that.
But if it's flavored bleach, like bleach flavored, not actually bleach, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah.
Like Tide Pod flavored.
That would hit the younger generation. They're starting to turn 21, so it would hit that generation.
I'm trying to hit the market. Tide
Now,
Pod flavor, but we still call it mystery. Offer them the $10,000. Still
yeah,
reserved. Call at me.
just no, we're not advising to actually drink Tide Pods or eat Tide Pods or drink bleach. We're saying, figure out that flavor profile. I don't know how you would figure that flavor profile out. And I'm sure there's some kind of robotic machine that can help you
Ask somebody
analyze.
who ate a Tide Pod. Just be like, yo, does this taste like that? Just pay somebody just like a small amount of money and just be like, here, I'm gonna bust this Tide Pod. Let me put a little bit on your tongue.
I mean, that is an idea.
Nobody's died from an eyedropper drop of
We
like
don't
Tide
we
Pod.
don't we don't know that.
I don't know that.
But I would say I feel like that might fall under one of these like ethical issues.
Also, they're an ethical issue. All the
Um,
kids are wondering what it tastes like. Oh, maybe I forgot we're alcohol still.
uh, I'm just like paying somebody to taste it for us might be a little bit of an ethical issue. But like I said, if you have some sort of machine that's able to break down like what flavor profiles are, and you can kind of guess what it is, I'm sure there's a machine that does it. There's got to be. How else do
we'll
they
get
make like every flavor beans and shit?
we'll get Gordon Ramsay involved, and then you know how like
Oh yeah,
Hell's Kitchen
that,
they always do that palate test. Just get
definitely,
him to like put the stuff on the tongue and be like. And
definitely get.
honestly, we don't have to honestly know what Tide Pods taste like. We just have to trick the people into believing we know what Tide Pods taste like.
That's true. I mean, life is really one big ruse.
So there you go.
Interesting, interesting. And that would make it much harder to guess. So it'd be harder to win that $10,000.
Because nobody's thinking Tide Pod right off the bat.
Exactly. What if that's what they've already done here? What if this is Fabuloso flavored, not lavender, like one of the tropical flavors, or like the orange Fabuloso? This could be orange Fabuloso for all we know.
All right, I'm changing my answer to Orange Fabuloso.
I mean,
Dolly Parton's boob sweat.
I feel like it'd be have to be saltier for that.
I don't know. I don't know. You think Miss Dolly has sweat like the rest of us? Salty and
That is true. She's got money. She could have had her sweat glands replaced to where like she sweats like sun kissed orange soda. I think it's the Zennials that did the Tide Pod stuff. The Gen Z. I think that was after the Millennials. But I mean, it's somebody's generation's time to shine. So, would you like to get to this week's booze in the news?
well, yes.
Let's get to the booze in the news. This is a lovely booze in the news that I found that is extra special. You see, because this week's booze in the news comes from Weekly World News. Oh, let me pull up my email because I sent it to me. To myself. I sent it to myself. If I can find it. But yes, so Weekly World News did an article in 2012 for what you should be drinking according to your zodiac sign. So to kick this off, I'm going to go with my zodiac sign being a Libra, and we'll figure out how accurate this is. It says people born under this sign usually drink a little because they possess an innate sense of proportion. They are easy to taste, but quit sweet drinks, preference for light beers, as well as mixture of rum and fruit juices. As for champagne, to which the scales are not different, they are not indifferent. It is preferable to all sweet. So basically, it's saying I prefer non-sweet drinks, and I probably drink less than a lot of people, so I'd say that's probably accurate. But as far as sweet drinks, I think that's fairly true. Um, most of my sweet drinks, I don't prefer to drink a lot of sweet drinks to get drunk. I'd rather have a few shots, some good beer, maybe a drier wine. I like a good balance, but like the super sweet stuff, not too big of a fan of. Even though we drink quite a bit of that on this podcast.
I
But you know
know.
what? A lot of those sweet drinks are quite cheap. So, because they need to be
It
sweet to cover up the funk.
wears me down.
It wears you down.
I really do not like sweet um, stuff. It's too aggressive, and most of the time it doesn't have very much alcohol content. So you drink a lot of them, and then it's just gross.
Yeah. What was your sign, and we'll read yours.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Travelers by nature. Oh, sorry, that's wrong.
Hi, I'm on red asphalt. Long driving, let alone getting up in the sky. No thanks.
Damn. I was pulling for you, Weekly World News. All right. Travelers by nature. People of this sign like to try new and exotic, like a Korean vodka, where the bottle is a snake preserved in alcohol. And I believe that's North Korean specifically. Sagittarians have a weakness for exotic labels and are drawn to any long bottle with a bright sticker. How do you feel about bright stickers, Diane?
I mean, I love them.
All right. Um, how would you feel about drinking vodka with a snake in the bottom of it?
I would love that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like, I was like one of those ridiculous kids who would get the lollipops with like the little scorpions or the little like
Yes, yes,
little
yes.
grasshoppers every time, and I would eat those things. Like I would love that. It would just take me back to when I was young and ate that shit just for fun. Like
Okay, so two for three. We got. I mean, I'm saying, Weekly World News might have this, good odds. Good odds. What's Mavericks? I know he says he gets swifty on some margaritas and Caribou Lou. But what's your sign? What's your sign? Let's Leo. Let's see what a Leo has to say. Leos love expensive beers, especially with a lion on the label. It is desirable golden brown, a favorite color of the sign. They are also particularly prefer spirits and cocktails on the basis of citrus. In adulthood, the people of this sign are beginning to appreciate whiskey.
Is
Well,
that true?
I would definitely say he did throw out margaritas. That's a citrus drink. So there's at least one. I don't know. Maverick, how do you feel about fancy beers with lions on them? Right. He does like fancy beers and blondes. But now, don't know about the lion. Okay. Well, still, we're still like, was that 2 for 3 or 3 for 4, whatever the hell? I'm not keeping track. I'm gonna say I'm gonna give him the win because we're interviewing them tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be interviewing Greg D'Alessandro. All right, let's find the Pisces on here. Pisces. Right, there you are. There's the Pisces. All right, for Graves End, people born under this sign are not particularly choosy in selection of drinks. They prefer vodka of weaker drinks, beer ideally. These people are most suitable for a drink that used to be popular. Pernod? Drink up. I don't know what Pernod is. Do you prefer vodka and or beer? Wait. Maybe it's prefer vodka over weaker drink / beer. There you go. Look at that. Weekly World News is cranking out the fairly accuracies. Like I said, Diane's not necessarily a traveler by nature, but maybe she was before she saw Red Asphalt.
Oh yeah, probably cool. Would have enjoyed the shit out of that. Just
I
I
mean,
can still see that like that guy picking that kid up by like his belt and those piercing blue eyes, and yeah,
uh,
I've had a few road trips. I've done.
yeah.
I don't mind it. It just stresses me out slightly.
All right, man. Vodka is the favorite. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, let's go for something just random. Let's go for random. Let's go for a Scorpio because that's near Libra. 3 factors are important to the Scorpio. The drinks must be dark, strong, and vigorous to have taste. In the premium dark beers, Scorpios love strong drinks. Many drink vodka, but they actually prefer cognac, especially a brand dark in color. Women of the sign love aperitifs and cocktails, as long as they are strong and dark.
Wow.
Arr. Just like I like my men, hey, you know what I'm saying? uh, that might be accurate. I know my friend, one of my friends is Scorpio, and he's definitely, honestly, that dude burnt me out on whiskey. It was just like, it was always Jack and Cokes or Evan Williams or always some sort of whiskey. And it was always like, well, I'm not gonna complain about the triple, quadruple, half the bottle shots is in mixed drinks. It was like more like instead of Jack and Coke, it's more like Coke and Jack. Just a wee bit of Coke, all Jack Daniels. So I'm gonna say that's fairly accurate. But we'll leave this going. If anybody else decides jumps in here and they want to know their zodiac sign, we'll we'll address that. So I'll bring it up a little bit later. That was our booze in the news. Thank you to Weekly World News, who's going to be interviewed by us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here on Twitch. Shameless promotion. Shameless promotion.
What's your favorite thing you're most excited to talk to them about?
I I have a theory about a scientist I would like cleared up. I've
Mm,
spent several hours, nay days, nay weeks of countless baseless speculation and conjecture, much like any good media person of the 21st century. Lots of speculation and conjecture and my own opinions. I just want to know, is a scientist actually one person? It's all been a ruse. They make it sound like a scientist, but it's really like Dr. A scientist. Whether it be Dr. Allen scientist, Dr. Aaron scientist, Dr. Alice scientist, Dr. Amber scientist, I don't know. But maybe this is all just, it's been one person and they've just been calling themselves a scientist. So they're putting their name out there, but at the same time, they got to keep some anonymity because they don't want to get distracted from all their work.
I mean,
I just, I just must know if this is true. Also, too, I'm very curious to see how Batboy and Bigfoot handled the election results as they were running for president in 2020. And I partially blame myself for them not getting elected. I jumped on the bandwagon a little too late. I realized it wasn't until it was much later that I discovered that Batboy and Bigfoot were running for president in 2020. And I should have hit the campaign trail a little bit harder. We could have put the signs out, bumper stickers, and unfortunately, I feel like I didn't do my part, and I just want to apologize to the Weekly World News and Batboy personally. You have my support for 2024. I definitely would like to hear about your plans going forward, as well as Bigfoot. I'm curious to hear how things are going. I hope all is well, and I wish you all the luck next election season. Very, very much so. It was it was a little devastating to see. I don't even know what percentage they pulled it in. Uh, Obviously, everybody was distracted by all this other stuff going on during the election, but it would have been nice to get some coverage on Batboy and Bigfoot. It was devastating. Maybe 2024 we can really kind of keep an eye on that for them. It would be my honor. So,
oh yeah.
what about you? I mean, do you have some what are you interested in talking with the Weekly World News about?
Hmm.
Ooh.
I don't know everything. I'm excited. I think. I mean, that boy and Bigfoot are obviously just staples, and I can't wait to talk about them either.
Yes, I would like to know, really get to know what they're really like, behind the scenes, not just what they print on the pages, but what they're really like.
I would like to know, Bigfoot's wife. I remember that cover saying he got married forever ago. I don't know if
Oh
he
yeah.
got divorced or what happened, but I did hear about Bigfoot also having some sex slaves. So
Oh, ooh, that could be problematic.
yeah,
Ooh, man, let's.
I would like to know.
I wonder how that affected them during the campaign. That's actually an excellent
Definitely,
question.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm sure that
Hmm.
affected
Yeah,
why
that's
his running, why his side did not get their name out there because
yeah.
everybody knew they would pull up those articles
Oh,
from those numbers. But
that's true. Shit. Um.
I would like to say, good on um uh, Weekly World News for
Yes, I mean,
not opening their mouth about it or bringing it up. Just
yeah, I mean they still
letting
reported on it. I mean,
people aware.
they still reported on it back in the day. I mean, they're not showing their biases. Granted, they obviously have a lot of support for Bigfoot. He has been there since the beginning. Yeah, see, look at that. Look, all the love for Bigfoot and the Weekly World News. You know what? We all make mistakes in the past, um, and unfortunately, maybe
I love that Weekly World News did their job and just reported on that they were running and didn't choose a side and just run
that
over.
is
They could have really messed it up, but all they did was just you know
they stayed true to being the world's most reliable news source.
mm,
You gotta appreciate that it's not just a slogan, it's it's a lifestyle,
yeah.
and I appreciate that from them. I really do. Um, and
Because I'm not left and I'm not right. I'm just in the middle, and I feel like that's the news for me. You know,
exactly, exactly.
everybody's wondering, hey, where do I get my news if I don't want to hear.
Yeah, Weekly World News. They're going to be in newsstands everywhere. We'll find out the date. Hopefully, we can nail down. We'll find out when it's going to be released. I know those newsstand shelves have been bare for far too long, and it'll be nice to see them back in action. It'll it'll warm my heart. It'll bring me back to my childhood, if you will. Um, and like I said, you can catch us interviewing them 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time right here on Twitch, and we'll be putting the replay up on YouTube. As a matter of fact, if you tune in, if you have a question you would like to ask him while we're in there, if you have a good, interesting question, I'll be monitoring the chat, uh, just so it's not distracting our guest. I'll be looking at the chat. They won't be able to see it, but if you come up with a good question, we'll we'll ask it to Greg. We'll see what he has to say, and I'm definitely in for any valuable input. I appreciate all you that have followed and helped us grow and helping us reach our goals, and we want to keep you involved as well. So we're not just interviewing them; we are all interviewing them. Paraco Productions and Best of the Bottom. It's a family atmosphere. Just sometimes you might want to cover your children's eyes and ears.
It's the Osbournes, family
Yeah,
atmosphere.
yeah.
It's a
Adam's
family.
family, if you will. But I'm so stoked for that. I just I'm still just amazed that we've got this lovely opportunity presented to ourselves thanks to Weekly World News and Greg D'Alessandro. Um, it'll be a fun interview. I hope you all can join us for it and give us your input as well. Uh, so another thing I wanted to get to is today I did receive my very first dose of the COVID-19 vaccination.
Ooh.
I did, and so so far, nothing weird has happened, unless maybe that's why I'm having hot flashes. I don't know. It might be. Maybe it's actually cold as fuck in this room. I don't know, but I have my doubts. But see
Did
now,
they
zombie.
say anything about going home and drinking Steel Reserve? Did they say
Oh,
like, hey,
maybe lay off the still reserve. um,
see that being an issue for some reason? Just the Steel Reserve though, stay away.
yeah, I don't know. I do not know if the RNA, the mRNA vaccination stuff will interact with still reserve. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I made an announcement a while back on one of the podcasts talking about getting vaccinated, and I decided I'll do it just so I could talk about it on this podcast, let you all know how it has happened, how it's worked out for me. And so far, it's still day one. I got the vaccination at about, I think it was 8:15 this morning. Um, I will say the initial shot when they first inject it, it burned like, I don't know. I felt just for a second like there was a little hot poker touching my arm. It burned pretty intensely for like a split second, and then it was gone. Um, I know some people talked about like having severe pain to their arm that got injected in. My delt's pretty sore, but I don't know if it's any sorer than
Normal
any
shots.
than any other vaccination I've ever had. I mean, it feels like somebody punched me in the arm. Um, I mean, it didn't hurt at first. It's starting to feel a little sore a couple hours ago. We'll see how it feels in the morning. I didn't have any crazy allergic reaction, but that's good because I guess there's a small percentage that have allergic reactions, but and that's kind of much like any medication. You don't know you're allergic to it until you take it. But I so far so good. I can't say anything crazy has happened. As far as my COVID uh, sense, my superpower that I developed being able to smell COVID, I can't say it's been enhanced or decreased. I didn't go around smelling COVID patients today. I didn't have time. I got out of work. I got the COVID vaccination. I waited for a little bit to go to the liquor store, but I realized it didn't open until 10 and I was tired as hell. So I came home and went to sleep. And then I got back up and I went to go get supplies for tonight.
So I went back and I went to go get Steel Reserve.
Yep.
But
I woke up to go get Still Reserve and bring Diane the new camera. And then I went back to bed and slept until about 6. And then I got up and been putting all this stuff together so I can have a little banner here scrolling for all the lovely followers that helped get us up to 50 followers, get us affiliated on Twitch. It's so awesome. You know, I appreciate your support. And there's so many streamers that have been supportive that I'd like you to follow in here. Definitely some of the ones to highlight is Maverick Comic, Extreme _ PHG, Neko Cupcake, Ali Peach. Dizzy Pillow's been helpful. He's been hosting. Exo Tix Titan, he's been helpful. Fox Kinks, hers was the Moonbeam from Higher, right? That she streams from. Give her a follow. You know, it's all love, all love. You know, let's keep the support train going. Give them all follows. Give them some subscribes. All that good stuff. Let's help this community grow and you know let us all make some money and be happy and put out higher quality content and bring some other people trying to grow and that are new to the stream game like myself. We're actually going to be upgrading too soon. Extreme has been extra gracious and he's upgrading our computer system. So hopefully here within the next few, maybe by next stream or so, we will have an even faster connection and a higher quality stream and be working on some other lovely projects that we got going. Definitely got to give a shout out to Extreme. Go follow him too, man. Definitely give him a subscribe. He's been super awesome helping us out. Just like the Mavrizzle homie Dizzle. Oh, that was dumb. But you know what? I said it. I'm not taking it back. I'm not ashamed.
to your heart.
Yeah, dude. All these people have been super bloody fucking awesome. Um and I think that's all the excitement I have. I don't have a lot to report on the vaccination so far. It's only been a little over 12 hours and I'm still alive. So I'm going to take that as a win. Who knows? I don't know if I'm going to start feeling sick tomorrow. From what I have heard is it seems to be the second vaccination tends to kick people's ass. I don't know. We'll see. I've talked to some other people that have had the vaccination and didn't do anything. Their arm was sore for a day and then they were good to go. Now I don't know how uh, immune I'm going to be to said COVID. I don't know. I was reading the paperwork, and there's still a lot of science that's unknown about it because obviously it's brand spanking new. So I don't know. Maybe I'll start levitating tomorrow. If I do, that'll be fucking awesome. I'll live stream it. Diane, do you have anything exciting to talk about?
Um, just they made a gift for 50th subscriber, Gravesend, but it's way over there, so I gotta kind of. And I'm
uh,
wearing a dressy shirt and some shorts, so excuse me while I stand up revealing my somewhat comically mismatched outfit.
are you gonna just Zoidberg your way over there? Just whoop 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 whoop.
Let me as I try to Zoidberg. Excuse me.
Whoop, 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 whoop. She sand crabbed out of there. No, she didn't. But
Caught up in shit.
well, she made a hellacious bunch of noise. She scared everyone away.
Okay. So, since we got affiliated and I love you all so much and I also wanted to thank our 50th for being the one to get us affiliated. And I heard through the grapevine that this person likes this, so hopefully.
So hopefully this isn't just a big letdown.
But for being our 50th, I made you this. I don't know if you can tell what's going on, but it's a ray, fuck, and Ainami, 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 Ainami. Forgive me,
You got me. It's
but I painted this for you.
that's
So
very
this is
nice.
your way. So I mean, sorry, it's a little wonky. I'll
Very
try
nice.
and spruce it up more before I send it to you. But as a thank you from Best of the Bottom,
So and he loves it so much. So number 50 got a hand painted uh anime chick.
see, I started watching the anime because I was like, I don't know who this is, but I I started watching it, and I also want to say thank you because I love it. I still don't know how to say the last word. Like if my brain always tells me Evangeline, and I'm like, that's not the word. I'm not reading, but
Yeah.
it's Neon Genesis. Um, Netflix, check it out. If you type in Neon Genesis, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
But I started watching it, and I really like it, and I really do like Ray. And
So
I was like, hmm?
what's the name of it?
Neon Genesis. And then, no matter how many times they say it in the show, my brain just doesn't pick it up.
All right. I will have to find it and check it out.
Last word. But if you type in Neon Genesis, it'll pop up.
Look at that.
But
You
I'm glad you like it because I'm glad you like it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to click on. Oops, my bad.
But
That was
thank you so much for being our 50th follower and being the one
to put us over the top.
to get us and everybody else too. Thank you. I
It's
would make
been,
you all something as well, but
but some of you we don't know where you live, and but you know what? I think we've set a precedence now, so we're gonna have to start doing some sort of giveaways for I don't know, maybe the 100th follower, uh, 50th, I don't know, certain amount of subscribers. Uh, we'll sort that out. So we'll have to do some giveaways now as each thing comes along. With Diane being an artist, maybe we can do some handcrafted
Love
things.
it. Yeah.
uh, we do have some merch too, so we'll
I could make something to make, but yeah.
we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll make a little note. We'll post it somewhere up on the Twitch, on the old Twitch machine. We'll try to do some more other giveaways. This is kind of impromptu, and honestly, it was a good idea. So as things go at, like, 100th follower or whatever, if subscriber, we'll uh we'll try to do some giveaways here. We'll try to do some different things that are fun for people. um I guess no purchase necessary, whatever, uh legal stuff. Twitch.tv/bottom class, worst disclaimer ever. um I'm not sure how this supposed to work. I can't afford a lawyer, so I'll consult some random web source and figure things out. Um, yeah, well, we got some t-shirts and mugs too, so we can do some giveaway stuff like that. Maybe
Yeah, I
some
didn't
custom
think.
stuff. We'll figure stuff out.
I really didn't think about like, oh, can I be like, oh, I made this for you, even though it's like not my character. I don't create it. I was just like, oh, I heard you like this. Here you go. I'm gonna make this for you, bro. And then
Well, he's part of a closer circle, so we're able to find stuff out like that. But we'll
yeah.
everything's on the fly here. As you see, it's anarchy, it's pandemonium. Ooh, yeah, I feel it in the delt. I feel it in the delt. But yeah, it's been an awesome ride to get where we're at so far, and it's so awesome to have people support and help us grow. There's so many great people out there helping us out, um, and I want to do whatever I can to help, especially the fellow streamers, help them grow, get a bigger following. Uh, One of these days, I'll try to figure out this co-streaming stuff. Me and Extreme did a co-stream the other night, and that was a mild clusterfuck. I'll tell you that much. uh, I So many technical difficulties. Like, I was pushing this little laptop to its absolute limit, but eventually we figured out some way. We kind of ghetto half-assed it, and it worked out decently. But try to do some other co-streaming stuff later on in the future.
What
Lots
were
more
you streaming
projects.
again?
Huh?
What?
We did a co-stream with Extreme, and we were doing like scary stories, just some random, like, not necessarily scary stories, but like YouTube live reactions. We were watching it. It's on the replay there on Twitch on my side, and it's also on Extreme underscore PHG. And we just kind of picked up some random, like, those top 5 ghost story things, and basically we sat there and talked shit about it. To be honest with you, and debunked most of them, and because some of them are pretty obvious. But yes, you did hear a co-stream. So one of these days, whenever I get the hang of this co-streaming things, I'd like to do some other co-streams with different people. Whether it be playing games, reacting to stupid YouTube stuff. I don't know, some good old fashioned Among Us. I finally got it on the Twitch, on the little Switch. So, but yeah, I'm down to do some co-streaming stuff at some point with anybody. Build a little community, maybe do some Among Us with whoever else is down. As soon as I figure out how to actually play the game, it looks simple enough, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
I
good at
mean,
I'm good at bullshitting, I think. I mean, that's what this whole podcast is based off of.
yeah, I'm not the funnest at Among Us. because I don't have like the I have to type everything out, and half the time I'm not paying attention to what rooms I was in or any of that stuff. So if you ask me, like, I don't know, bro. I really don't. I'm not paying attention. I'm just looking for tasks. Like for the glowing things, I go there. If I'm not a murderer, I'm just running and looking for glowy bits. I don't know what room I was in. If I see a dead body, I'm like, oh no, and I report it and hope that nobody sees me like reporting it and thinks I'm the one who did it and shoots me out. So I'm probably not the best to play with.
Or maybe you are the best to play with because of that. Oh shit! I've turned off my banners. Trying to keep all the banners going throughout this stream just so people can see the various names have helped us out. I'm pretty sure I got everybody's names in there. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I apologize. I was going through and I was trying to do this like I was at the last second trying to get all these names put in here just to show love back to all those that got us to, well, actually really got us to 53. We're at 53 now. I definitely want to try to. I wanted to shine a highlight on just the people that are streaming, so people can go and follow them. But unfortunately, I ran out of time. So, but got everybody down there. Um, there's lots of streamers in there that do fantastic stuff and are fun and entertaining, and actually good at some video games. I would say I'm mediocre at best. Uh, so far I've gone through the fractured butthole, which I might start going through and restreaming that again. I don't know. We'll see, because that game was fun, and I kind of want to go through because I've been trying to beat. I tried to get 100%. I tried so hard to get 100%. I think I ended up at like 94% of all the stuff done in there. So I'm gonna have to go through again and do
Definitely,
everything.
definitely like a game that like the first one was good, and then the second one I was like, this is even better. Like
Yeah,
I like the South Park games, and they just got better. So
I haven't played the Stick of Truth, so I'll have to play the Stick of Truth too at some point. I'll find it for my Switch because that's all I got as a Switch right now. Maybe one day I will have an Xbox or a PS something, but today is not that day because I am a broke bastard. Hence the cheap booze and everything else. So I know you wanted to discuss Cobra Kai. We talked about that last week, and I haven't binge watched it yet. I was gonna try to work on
I
it.
I'm not a believer in binge watching. I
Well,
think it's hard. I think honestly, part I'm partly blaming my dislike for Cobra Kai on binge white watching.
are you?
Because the first two are really good, but like part of me needed a break in between, like, because if somebody does something stupid in one episode, you don't have time to just like soak in that episode and blah blah blah. And then you're waiting for the next episode, so you get excited for that and everything, and then you watch that episode and you kind of not forget what happened in the first step, like the last episode, when you just watch everything back to back, it's like easier to just be like, but wait a second, he did this in this show like episode, and now he's doing this in this episode. It makes no sense. If you have like a time break, I don't think some of the stuff in the third season of Cobra Kai would have bugged me as much.
That's true. There's definitely
Like
something to be said
I don't
for
like
the old ways of watching things and having to wait till next week to see an episode.
I just hate because I hate that it's my nature, but I I yeah, I pick things apart, and I hate that I'm that person, but I just sit there, and if I'm binge watching, I'm just like, wait a second, this makes no sense, this makes no sense, this makes no sense, and then it's just like, if I have that time and excitement in between episodes, then I'm just like,
Yeah,
kind
I
of forget some of the dumb stuff that happened. Like you're more willing to go like, oh okay,
I can definitely see how you're that way. There's been many
Why
things.
I don't binge watch things just because it ruins like a lot of things for me. I'm like I like to maybe two and then wait a little bit too,
Yeah,
unless I'm like totally sucked in. I'll if I'm sucked in, then I'll like Castlevania and stuff. I just straight through that. Like
yeah.
certain shows, I just get impatient. I'll do it.
I
But
I mean, I've been binge watching. I've been able to binge watch the was it The Boys on Amazon Prime. I've been enjoying that. Sometimes it's a little hard to binge watch. Sometimes it gets a little intense.
that's how I feel about The Boys though too. Is like if I would have, it's a really good show. But then, like, I always feel like with every season of every show I'm binge watching, towards the end, I don't know if my interest just kind of disappears or what it is, but like towards the end, I'm just like, it always feels like in any show I'm binge watching, the middle end gets iffy. And I'm just
Yeah,
like, okay, wait a second. This
yeah.
information doesn't seem to add up with the beginning of the show. Like, I just can't let stuff go. So I keep hitting my mic.
I know.
But
I can see that. I mean, sometimes it kind of depends too on shows, especially when you're watching multiple series in. But sometimes they try to leave Easter eggs for next episodes and next season. Sometimes I don't get a chance to tie things up because things get canceled beforehand. But what about WandaVision, Maverick?
I'm in love with it
Are you?
a little bit just
I
because I know like some shit's about to go down. I don't know if you've watched it, but like I think because it's kind of set up like a I Love Lucy kind of um
like 50s, 60s sitcom style.
yeah, and it's really cute, but like I I don't know. It's like one of those things like okay, I'm waiting for the shit like the other shoe to really drop,
Yeah.
but they released like the first two episodes and I really liked it. I because it's like I don't know what to say about it. I really don't know what to say. Like I know I mean, we all should know that Vision is dead. So, like, no matter what is going on right now, it's and like Scarlet Witch has her powers, and I don't know the full extent of all of them. I can't pretend to know. All I know is the X Men animated series. Um, Scarlet Witch was in it, but I
Random
don't.
side note.
Yeah, she just all I know is she can move stuff. Like I don't know, but I know she's powerful. Like I'm just saying, as a nerd, I can't like if you're a comic book nerd and all that, I can't speak to how this is going to really affect you or how you're going to feel about it. I don't know if any of this makes sense or will make sense. I don't know, but it's like
Well,
it's definitely in my mind a look at Wanda snapping.
yeah, like I know the history in the comic books of Wanda and Vision, and I'm kind of curious of trying to use this to play out like the stuff that didn't happen in the comics to kind of build to everything that happens with when Wanda just completely snaps and loses it.
I can see it being a really good show. I just need to know what's going to happen after this because I'm going to get real tired of the I Love Lucy thing, though.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point there's gonna be.
Yeah, like it's really cute and I really love it and I love like the little commercials they do, the Easter eggs they have, like it's great. I'm
Uh,
just saying eventually I'm going to get tired of all that. So I'm assuming it's not going to last for long, but I'm also like take your time.
yeah, I
Like
haven't
really through.
I haven't watched it yet because I still don't have Disney Plus. I haven't seen any of the Mandalorian, and like it's been so hard. I've been every time I see something that's Mandalorian related, I just skip over it on social media because I I don't know anything about it. I don't know, and I don't want to have any spoilers. I mean, and some of the spoilers already have happened to me because I just stumble across stuff on accident, and I'm just gonna have to break down and get Disney Plus at some point. I just don't know when that's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens. I don't know what the plan is, and I honestly don't care. I'm past being that nerd though too, who like rips apart nerd stuff like that. I mean, I rip apart everything, but I don't try to. It's not a fun thing for me, but it's just something I do. But yeah, I'm so I don't know. I'm just enjoying it for what it is. And I don't know enough to really be like, oh, this is dumb, or I don't like this. What is this? How does this? I don't care.
I will say sometimes being too wrapped up in the comic books and everything else, and then being like blah 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 blah. This isn't how it happened. Can kind of ruin you from some of the films, but I think it
Yeah,
depends. Like if it's a minor deviance that kind of builds a story better, okay, fine. But when it's like egregious stuff, like the X-Men timeline, it's hard to.
I'm still mad at like just Black Widow. Like she's not. I I mean I don't know. Not mad because I'm over it. I'm officially out of the comic book game, out of superheroes. I do not care. I do not care. I am done. I did that phase. I'm done.
You're over it.
Yeah, I would like to see a decent Hulk movie, but I also know that we're never going to get one. Because also, I don't think Hulk is necessarily the best. Even like Dave, David, David, Bruce, Bruce.
Bruce. Yes, David Banner
David
was the
is
'70s
no,
version
yeah. I
because
just also keep thinking David Banner, and then
yes,
Rubber
it,
Man.
yes, it's Bruce Banner's the correct
Yeah.
name. David Banner. They changed it because one of the television networks decided Bruce was too gay of a name, and they changed it to David Banner. That
Wow.
is legitimately why they changed to David Banner in the '70s.
I can't pretend to understand that logic, but but yeah, I just remember the so I'm technically not wrong, and I did watch that show, but at the same time, no, I
I
was
know.
thinking about Rubber Man.
I'm starting to feel like it says more about the television executive than it does about anybody else. I feel like maybe there are some closeted things towards a man named Bruce that were never resolved.
Because
That's
I
just
would think Bruce is a manly name.
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
You got Bruce Willis. That shark in Finding Nemo said Bruce, and it sounded heinous.
Maybe the exec's name was Bruce. That's true. I don't know. I like to think that he more had some unacquitted love with a man named Bruce and was also in the closet about his own sexuality. And that would explain why there was that whole extra self hatred.
Or was the shark in Finding Nemo named Bruce?
That's true. There's a lot of Bruces. Bruce Wayne, Batman's Bruce Wayne. Uh, I'm out of Bruces.
Bruce Willis.
Where you
You're
where covered Bruce Willis?
okay. Bruce
Uh,
Springsteen.
oh yeah, Springsteen, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm
because
not necessarily a Springsteen fan, so
I like the Hulk. Like the Hulk has a special place in my heart, just because I did like the show, both shows, like the animated one they did and the Lou Ferrigno.
yeah. I watched the hell out of the Lou Ferrigno one back in the day.
I feel like if anybody's gonna do it, it'll be Mark Ruffalo who can pull through. Like Edward Norton is not my Hulk.
Yeah, I
Um,
was excited to see Edward Norton at first, but
not
Mark Ruffalo really, I think, is the better Bruce Wayne slash Hulk.
the Hulk movies suck, and so do the Punisher movies.
I disagree with the uh Punisher one that had John Travolta in it. I enjoyed that one. I did not care for Punisher Warzone or the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
I just think they can do
The
better.
best, the
The
best.
show was pretty good.
Yeah,
I was,
I'd say that was the best.
but that's also I could not binge watch the Marvel shows because I get so excited. Like with the Marvel Netflix shows, like the first like 2 episodes, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in. You fucking got me. And then when I end up binge watching it, I'm like, oh, this is just trash. Like it gets towards like middle end, and I'm just like,
I did show
oh,
some respect. I like the Tom Jane Punisher the best because it did have Kevin Nash, and I like the way he was very methodic on the way he went through stuff. He made people turn on each other. I enjoyed that aspect of it.
Ant Man. They did amazing because who wants an Ant Man? Ant Man, honestly, Iron Man too. Iron Man is one of the most unlikable people, but they got Robert Downey Jr. to do it, and I was like, you know what? I think I love Iron Man, but he's
Yeah.
usually a mopey alcoholic who just keeps fucking shit up and is just an asshole. And then I was like, if you put a little bit of funny on it, it's good. Like same with like Ant Man. He's just him is just an asshole.
Yeah, if they went with the Hank Pym
What
Ant Man,
piece of shit. Like every
yeah,
anytime Ant Man's there, he's purely there just to be a dick in anything. And I was like, why have you chosen Iron Man and why have you chosen Ant Man? The most boring, like unlikable characters in the whole Marvel universe.
well, because they didn't have the rights to their main characters at the time.
And I was like, oh, you know what? Like Iron Man nailed it. The first Iron Man movie sucked, if we're honest.
No, I like the first Iron Man movie. The third one, I was kind of
I don't know.
back and forth on.
I think I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. though, I was just like, way to make a very unlikable character. Same with Paul Rudd. I was like, I love those movies just for the fact that they made those characters likable.
Yes.
Because I'm like, don't make the fact that they're assholes change, but like also make them funny. And then there you go, just like that, I'm on board. Like, but I can't deal with mopey and like just bad people, you know. And that's what Iron Man and fucking Ant Man were kind of pretty much just very unlikable characters.
I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the Fantastic Four. Supposedly they're gonna be
I don't want to
making
see it.
appearances.
I'm tired of it. I want a
Well,
Silver Surfer. I do want a
I
Silver
I,
Surfer because I
I
love,
wanna I just want to finally see a good Fantastic Four.
and I want to see Galactus. I
Yes, I
just feel
want to
like,
see
but
a a legit Galactus, a real Galactus.
he's gonna look doofy no matter what because that is a dumb outfit. Just a fat
That's
guy on the throne through space,
true.
dumbest freaking helmet in the world. Like live action, it's gonna look stupid no matter what you do. So
Uh,
just do it, you know.
they might zhuzh it up a little bit and make it
Same
work.
with the original Wolverine costume. I'm like, it's not gonna look good, but just do it and see what happens, you know. I think you'll get a lot of appreciation for just doing it because all of us know they're not good costumes. They're gonna look stupid. Like, just do it anyway, though.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
What
Captain
are you gonna
America's
do?
costume is very tacky, but they made it pull. They pulled it off.
Yeah, just add a lot of extra stitching for no reason, and there you go.
Yeah, maybe some
Makes
bat
it look
nipples just for
more,
fun. Just throw
yeah,
some bat nipples. And
panty lines on the outside of your Kevlar always.
yeah. Yes, panty lines is a must. And Maverick's throwing all kinds of opinions out here. He
Really.
disagrees with you on the first Iron Man.
Honestly, I'm still not sure I liked any of the Iron Man movies, but I liked the character.
Make it anime and have Rob Liefeld draw it. How's that? There's a deep cut for people. But he's had a shit ton of belts, but Rob Liefeld adds a shit ton of pockets. and hides feet.
She-Hulk. I'm excited for She-Hulk, but I'm also like, that's probably gonna suck too. I
I don't
just,
know.
I hope it's good because I like She-Hulk. She-Hulk. I haven't seen the Swamp Things, but I love Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is my favorite comic book character.
Yeah, Swamp Thing is good.
That's-
I liked
I like
the
the comics because they're kind of like
yes.
gross.
Nobody will have feet. That's a Rob Liefeld cut. No feet.
I was like, what happened?
A lot of pockets and no feet. That's Rob Liefeld.
Try to find a bad Swamp Thing comic because everyone I pick up, I don't pay attention to authors. So when you ask, oh, by who? I don't know all of them. Every single one. The Vertigo ones, who wrote those? I don't know. But Vertigo, the new 52, love those.
True. I mean, I really like the
I
Swamp
don't pay
Thing
attention to that
television,
shit, but
the Swamp Thing television show in the '90s. I love too. That's what introduced me to Swamp Thing, as a matter of fact. And then they made a cartoon, which I
and they made
watched.
a show, and I just remember being like, okay, we're gonna get DC, and then by the time I finally got it, there had already been news that they canceled the show, and I was just like, well, I'm not gonna watch it then. Like in my
Bastard.
head, you could do an amazing rated R Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Don't do a CW Swamp Thing. Do a rated R like Deadpool Swamp Thing. Like
The Swamp Thing, a CW Swamp Thing would be terrible. Like
it,
I like the Swamp Thing Flash. The Arrow was very Batman-y, and I haven't watched any of the CW stuff in a while. Apparently, there's got a whole shit ton of other shows now. I was watching Black Lightning for a little bit. I think it is. I watched the first season, and it was decent, but uh, I just ain't got time for all the stuff that I would like to watch.
yeah,
I
Black
think,
Lightning was alright, but I didn't know the character, so I wasn't interested.
yeah, I'm not familiar with Black Lightning, but I checked it out anyways. Mostly just
Arrow
because
is the worst. The worst.
it
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
we've me and him have had this conversation before, but if you know me, Arrow is the worst for me because it's just a soap opera, and I cannot stand how this is the opposite of Ant Man and Iron Man. They made a character who was very likable, Green Arrow, and they took him and made him a mopey, just
Emo kid.
yeah. That's the complete
And,
opposite.
and they even
Green
gave him
Arrow
like
is funny. He's interesting, and then to watch the Green Arrow because I loved Arrow at first, and then the more I watched it, I was just like, I am sick of every episode with has to be a team meeting about somebody's being like, I hate it. I can't.
well, not only that, they also like gave him Batman's story with Ra's al Ghul and everything else.
Yeah, that's
And
true. That was
it
dumb.
just it was not kosher, not kosher at any
It,
one bit.
I don't even hate the guy who plays Arrow. It's just like it's not a good Arrow. Like I feel bad for these people who have to take on comic book roles and then the scripts are just pure shit. Like Affleck could have been a good Batman, but that movie sucked. And that's not his
Oh,
fault though.
yeah, Batman versus
If he
Superman
had
was
I truly believe
terrible.
if Affleck had a better movie to act in, we would consider him
A
a
better
good
Batman,
better Batman, but he got what he got and it sucks. It's
definitely.
Superman. I think if you're playing Superman, like all you need is like the chin. If you have the jawline, then nobody cares. Nobody's gonna get mad at you for being Superman. You got the jawline for Superman? Fuck
You
yeah.
win. You win.
You win.
You win.
Who's
You win the
who's gonna be
Superman
mad?
game.
And I think it's easier to cast a Superman than it is
A
a
Batman.
lot of characters. But like, I feel bad for Ben Affleck because I'm just like he got a shit, he got the shit stick at the end of that bargain.
I agree. I agree. And personally, I like Ben Affleck because he's a Kevin Smith guy. So, and you know me, I have a Kevin Smith bias. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm stating facts here. I'm a Kevin Smith guy. Ben Affleck got a lot of his early start from Kevin Smith flicks, so you know I can't turn my back. I just can't. Now, granted, did Ben Affleck make some terrible movies? Yes, but so
Heath
did Nicolas
Ledger
Cage.
is not a good Joker.
What's that?
Heath Ledger is not a good Joker. I think
Oh,
I think if you all go back and watch that movie again, some of the choices are just like, why? The licking of the lips constantly. I'm just like it sucks all my focus away from everything, and I'm like, why are you doing that? For what?
thank, thank you, Sublime.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you for helping us get there.
Yes, he's one of the ones that jumped in and helped us out. Um, I don't know. I didn't hate Heath Ledger as a Joker. I
Well,
enjoyed him
just
for some parts.
yeah,
I'm
he's not a horrible actor, but just look at some of the choices he made and tell me that you still stand by that to this day.
I still think he's better than what's his name from the Mars band, uh the
Are you
latest
talking about
Joker.
Jared Leto?
Yes, Jared Leto.
Again, I don't know though if part of me says he might actually suck as a Joker, but he also didn't get written into a good Joker
Oh, yes. This
storyline.
this is fact. Two Face was the best part of the movie, and he did not get proper shine.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for a good Two Face for a long time, and all we got was Tommy Lee Jones, and
Well,
it
you know,
did
I love
not.
Tommy Lee Jones. It's
But he,
tempting.
but that he was not Two Face.
I know. Fair.
I mean,
Well, this
he
is
was.
okay. I hate the Harley Quinn. I don't hate. That's too much. I dislike the Harley Quinn animated series because
But that is Harley Quinn. That's how it got started.
no, not the animated series, but like the Harley Quinn's got her own animated show.
Oh,
They
okay,
got
okay,
Kaylee
okay.
Cuoco to play her, and which makes her 10 times more annoying than. Uh, but the characters in there are not the characters. Like this could be any show. This doesn't have to be Harley Quinn. This could be any girls. Like it reminds me of like Broad City meets like the characters are not the same. Bane is like the jokes don't. It's just it's frustrating because the characters are not the characters, and it's frustrating. It's just frustrating because it's like okay, like you don't have to make everybody take a step down so Harley Quinn can shine. I totally believe she can. She could have her own animated series and be great with the characters as they are, but it's just kind of very comedy chick sh- like series kind of thing to me, and I don't like it. Like
I
certain people they nailed, like what's that guy, Mr. Freeze. All you need to do to nail him is have him worry about Nora, have him be doing some bad shit for Nora, all that stuff. They nailed that,
free some people.
but everybody else is just kind of like,
I
why even
have
throw him in there? It just doesn't have to be Harley Quinn. That could be any show in the world. But for some reason, somebody went, "Hey, it's gonna be DC."
Oh yeah, say so. Well, yeah, say some icy puns. Just not. I guess Schwarzenegger had some halfway decent ones. Austrian accent.
I love. Nobody, nobody can tell me nothing about those Batmans because I grew up on them, and I like when people tell me today how much they suck, like true fans and stuff. I'm like, I'm sure it does, but you can't tell me nothing. Like I love them. I love them. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Uma Thurman, 100% is my
I think I
poison
think
ivy.
I think the
Bane
big
sucks. You're never gonna find a good Bane anywhere.
I think the biggest problem with the Batman Robin is you had the Michael Keaton ones that set a precedence, And then you got Batman Forever, which was kind of walking that line, and then Batman Robin was like a throwback to Adam West style, and it. I think that's the biggest problem. Like if you would have presented it as like campy Adam West style Batman 66, I think I'd be on board. But they presented it as the serious, brooding Dark Knight, you know, Michael Keaton was. And,
I just like that. What's his butt got to be Robin twice?
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, people were just like, you know what? We got a different Batman, but you will always be Robin.
And now he's solving crimes for the Navy
Yeah.
in
Now
Los
he's
Angeles.
now he's in CIS. Every time I watch it, I'm like, that's Robin. That's his true backstory now. He works for NCIS.
Yes. After the circus, and then somewhere along the lines, he's going to show up as Nightwing in NCIS.
That's
Oh,
Dick
that
Grayson now. Because he was Dick Grayson, right?
yes, he was Dick Grayson. Because Dick Grayson is usually like the
The
Robin
Rob.
everybody thinks about. Not a lot of people think about.
Well, now that he's Darkwing, Nightwing. Sorry, whoops.
He did not become a duck. This is Darkwing.
Who, by the way, marries Harley Quinn.
Oh, does he?
I think that's a recent development. I think they're married now, but they're they get together every once in a while.
Okay. Maverick made a point. He made it for kids, and it did show. I'm just saying, like the trailers and everything presented it a little bit differently. Yes, Darkwing. Darkwing marries Harley Quinn. That's what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
Darkwing and Harley Quinn,
Did the
and
new
then
Jessica and Roger?
and what's that?
They're the new Jessica and Roger.
Yes,
Darkwing and Harley.
and then Howard the Duck can go off and marry Captain Marvel. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Sublime Trap says Mark Hamill is the best Joker, hands down. And to be honest, I don't disagree.
Mine would be Cesar Caesar. Is his last name Romero?
Yeah, Cesar Romero, because
But
he refused to shave his mustache.
oh, of course, that is just dignity and grace right there.
That
But
mustachioed wonder.
but actually, my biggest problem with the 66 version is that the Joker and the Riddler aren't well enough defined characters. They might as well
True.
be the same people. And I actually like the Riddler more as a Joker than I do the actual Joker because the Riddler seems a little bit more like based off of somebody who knew kind of what these characters were and then went back and like watched 66 when I was younger. I was just kind of like, oh, the Riddler is the Joker, and then the Joker's more of like the Riddler. Because I felt like honestly, the Riddler was funnier than the Joker and a little bit more off and kooky in the 66 series. And then I
Wait,
feel like eventually they separated them, made the Riddler like super smart, more nerdy kind of thing.
so, so Maverick saying is Ledger's the only bad one, the bad Joker.
Well, no, what's his name too?
I think
But
Leto.
again,
It also depends on. I know they supposedly they cut a bunch of stuff out that was supposed to be in there,
but
and I
also
don't know.
his behavior made me feel like ugh, where he like
Yeah, he felt he
what
felt more
hearing all
like
that stuff made me like you Jared Leto though. I know who you are. I've sang the 30 Seconds to Mars song. Like if you're saying people like pigs and shit, I was just like, no, I'm not interested. Like it was points against him, honestly, because I was just like, that's lame.
I feel like if he
You're no Shia LaBeouf. You
Shia
can't you can't go out there and do those real what's it called when you like don't break character and you live that acting life.
method actor.
Method acting. Yeah.
Yes.
I felt like he was trying to method act for the Joker, and it's just lame.
You're no Daniel Day Lewis.
No, no Shia LaBeouf. Oh, I forgot Shia LaBeouf's in trouble though. So,
What's he in trouble for now? Did I miss this?
um, I think I can't speak too much about it, but it sounds like he just does some real piece of shit stuff, and it always like every time like he won me back because Shia LaBeouf he went crazy for a while. I remember the whole Walgreens incident and just being like, oh my god, Shia. And then I saw him on Hot Ones. And I was like, he is so charming. You know what? I forgive Shia LaBeouf of everything he's ever done. And then, like, all these not all these accusations, but accusations came out about him. I think there's like domestic violence. I don't know. I try to stay away from stuff like that because,
Oh, some abuse allegations.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't, I never read any of the articles. I just saw that, shit was going down with him.
Yeah, I guess some co-stars have been saying abuse and stuff like that. And then I guess
Because I know like FK Twigs or something, but he said some stuff. Who is just a beautiful woman. Every time I see her pictures, I'm just like, oh,
yeah, see she's got some
yes.
stuff.
She's got a face every artist could love.
What? Michael Cera's Joker. You did. They just mislabeled him. They accidentally called him Lex Luthor in Batman, or was it Justice League or Batman versus Superman? Batman versus Superman. That was that was Shia LaBeouf. That was Michael Cera as the Joker. They just put the
Oh,
wrong name on it.
who was that guy? I always get those two confused, but one has a definitely more serious face. They both look like they should have lisps, but somehow
Oh, Michael Cera and the guy that played Zuckerberg in the movie.
yes. I get
Yes,
those two confused all the time.
they do look um, a lot alike. And Sublime Traps is saying, fun fact, Shia LaBeouf's brain got toasted in the making of Holes. And that could be very true.
Worth it? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. That was a fine flick though.
I did enjoy that.
But yeah, I mean, who knows? Michael Cera might make a amazing Joker. I mean, like I said, the Lex Luthor that he played was definitely more of a Joker than it was a Lex Luthor by far.
I think it
By
was
far.
just bad.
Yeah.
But I wasn't comparing him to anybody. I was just like, as a Lex Luthor, this guy's not doing it for me. But also, I don't know if I've ever cared about Lex Luthor, so you know.
Okay, so Maverick's busting out with super deep cuts. Tommy Wiseau. Now, is that French Canadian or is that
You
Cajun?
know,
I
I think it's the world will never know.
think it's French because it doesn't have an X in it. That's usually the Cajun thing.
I think it ended up being Polish, right?
What?
Somebody back me up or don't back me up. I can't remember.
I don't know. I'm not
He's a
familiar.
he's a
Oh,
pro
see,
Peru.
Louisiana, maybe. Well, I mean, saying Louisiana is part of America is a little bit of a stretch. I mean, physically it is, but have you ever been there? I'm just saying.
When the kids came back from New Orleans is in Louisiana, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I was not trying to sound stupid, but also I had to ask. The kids came back from there, like they all seemed shocked. They were telling me everything that happened and just how crazy it was, and I was like, really? I just always think Mardi Gras time. Yeah, of course it's crazy, but I didn't know that like it gets crazy over there
All right. Let's,
at any day of the week, which I guess any place does. So,
yeah.
oh,
All
it's
right.
almost been 2 hours, brother.
I know. I'm looking up the Tommy Wiseau Joker.
Just know that he would be amazing.
Okay, I'm pulling it up right now. Just give me a second, and I'm gonna hit the screen share and everything. So we'll give it the whole the whole shot here. Let's go to my screen share. There's that. Oh, hang on.
You Joker! Ah! Ah! You ever roll? Tommy Joker tape, take 2 kilo. What doesn't kill you make you stranger. Oh! Joker.
You know what? Make him
It's
happy.
simple. We killed the Batman. Have you ever danced with a devil in the pale moonlight? Did you? No, but I did. And I did like a devil. I'm not the monster. No, I'm just the head of the curve. He has come to me. Come on, I'm not the monster. No.
Okay.
Why? So serious? Why so serious? Why so serious? Let's put a smile on this face. Why so serious? Jingle bell, Batman smell. Action. Bang. I need him. Where is he? Where is the Batman? Where is... Stand right here. This. You're not the Batman. Get out. I need Batman. Where is he? Batman. Why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. I need you. Why should I kill you? Why? Why should I kill you? I don't want to kill you because you complete me. Yes, I need you. You'll be in a pencil forever. Maybe we can share what? Madness. It's like gravity. You need just a little push, and you can do it. I'm a Joker, and Jog is on you. Yeah. Hey, this is Tommy again. Check the Nerdist.com. Have fun with disaster artists. What about that?
All right. Okay. I gave it a shot. Can you hear me? Am I back? Can you hear me, Diane?
Yes.
Fuck, I can't hear you. What the fuck just happened? Oh my god! I know what just happened. I think I lost my audio on my side.
I mean, I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Oh no.
Memory all alone.
Okay.
Moonlight. Okay.
There we go. I lost the audio because I was doing things, trying to play this. Well, that sucked. The audio part, but I enjoyed the Joker thing. I will give it a. I dug it. I can see the arguments. I can hear the arguments. Okay, Moonbeam can hear both of us. Yeah, it was on my end when I unplugged my headphones, so I made sure the audio went through properly. It cut my shit out, and I had to go and adjust it. Oh, just like the rest of this podcast was a clusterfuck. It was a. It's going to be a clusterfuck to the end. That's just how we roll. So I think it is. Do we have any more arguments about who's the best Jokers or Batmans or I don't know?
My favorite Batman, obviously Adam West. Favorite Joker is we already said all that. Is there anybody you'd like to see the Joker? Who you think would be the best?
Um,
Pretty
I
good. So
I still want to see a William Defoe Joker.
I mean, yeah, that's the
That's the obvious one.
yeah, that's the obvious. And I
Uh,
love anything he does. Willem Dafoe, are you serious? Love him.
he would be a fantastic
He
Joker. I
would
mean, he
he
all you'd have to do
really,
is slap. You just got to slap makeup on him. That's it, and dye his hair green. Bam, done. Joker.
yeah.
No qualms, no issues. Bam, over. Perfect. Bada bing, bada boom. Realest Joker in the room.
How you do? Uh, yeah, I don't think I have anybody who I would like to see as a Joker.
Now, I just want to say, he said random, but who's the better Kingpin? But he said Butterbean Kingpin, and that made me thinking the boxer Butterbean as Kingpin, and I just thought, holy shit, that would be amazing if Butterbean was the Kingpin. uh, but I liked the uh, Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin
That made me
the
think.
best.
Well, he is also one of my. He's a good actor. He's
Yeah.
almost like a Nicolas Cage to me, though. Even so close. Like he's one of those. Like he's a good actor, but also he's not a good actor. You know.
uh,
Like he obviously makes some choices. Like Nicolas Cage and Vincent, whatever his name is, they make
yeah.
choices, and sometimes you're like, hmm. But at the end of the day, I think they're like good actors.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. But
I mean, of course, he was my favorite as the cockroach in Men in Black.
ah, that is probably the best. That is the best Vincent D'Onofrio. Vincent D'Onofrio has had enough Rio.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. I think we're gonna end this off and real quick run through my little supporters here that helped us get affiliated on the old Twitch machine. Let's let it run through all these lovely streamers and watchers and just Twitch supporters that helped us get there. I appreciate them. Definitely extra special shout out to Golden King who gifted a bunch of subs, Extreme who's gifted a bunch of subs and has helped me immensely on some various other things.
Thank you.
Maverick, who is in the mod right now. Neko Cupcake, who's been a lovely supporter. Allie Peach. Oh, Bucket List, Down to the Felt, and his, was it Jokes? What the hell was his other one that he's got here? He's got a couple different channels, but the Down to the Felt guys, they're all fantastic supporters. I love all you guys. You've all made it a wonderful journey. Um, please, do us a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe, join the family, give us a follow, or if you want to give us a subscribe, we'll appreciate that too. As you saw, we gave our 50th follower that put us over that hump. He's getting a special gift. We'll try to put together some other maybe giveaways. The 50th, 100th, whatever subscribers. We'll sort some stuff out, get some things going, give some stuff away that way. You can also find us paracoproductions.com. We love all the support you guys have been giving us. It has been fan-fucking-tastic. You guys are all freaking great. You're all legends in your own right. We appreciate everything you've done for us. I hope we can all continue to grow and expand and do some other fun stuff together. Like I said, I'm definitely down for some co-streaming stuff as soon as I start figuring out how to do this in a more streamlined fashion instead of having the clusterfuck I had last week. But I'm down to do some co-streaming, have some fun. We'll do all kinds of whatever stuff. Got some other plans coming along that are hopefully will surface very soon. Definitely tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow is huge, huge, huge things coming tomorrow. Like I said, we will be interviewing Greg D'Alessandro of the Weekly World News at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then it'll be 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And I think it's going to be 2 p.m. if you're on the Pacific. And I think Central is 4 p.m. So tune in, give us a watch. We'll be talking to Greg D'Alessandro, talking everything Weekly World News. Going to be hitting the hard-hitting questions because Weekly World News is the world's most reliable news source, and we need that in these times. Shit is getting real out there, and we need reliable news. So join us as we interview Greg D'Alessandro, editor-in-chief of Weekly World News, tomorrow at 3 p.m. It'll be live right here on the old Twitch machine, and it'll be available on YouTube starting Wednesday evening. Same with this podcast right here. If you're not able to tune in live, you can watch us on YouTube on replay, or even watch us here on Twitch on replay. And I'll be putting some clips up on the old Facebook. And we are going to sign off here. We love you guys. You've given us so much support. Yeah, I'm looking to raid. That's what we're getting to. I'm going to go look and see who is streaming, and we are going to raid right now as soon as I pull this shit up. That is somewhere. Let's go find somebody. We're going to raid them like some kind of crazy marauding whores. Or horde. Sorry, horde. Not whores.
No, I heard the first time. Let's get it.
Okay, marauding whores. Some marauding whores are coming at you. So be prepared. Or don't be prepared. Let's see. Who is streaming? Let's see who's streaming to raid. Let's give Dizzy Pillow the raid. Looks like he is playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. So let's give a lovely hello to Dizzy Pillow in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just help us out, keep us supporting, and we're going to keep growing and doing some fantastic things. Thank you very much, and let's get this raid going. And raid is going. Anytime. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and raid away. Tastes pretty good.